Hey y'all. So now I'm reviewing the Bluetti Handsfree 1 and 2 system. Now, what's really cool about this thing is I have enough charging in my backpack right now to charge my e-bike, apparently, charge my phone, and to charge my cameras. Now, I was a little bit weary about the size of the actual system, but I wanted to get it out in the woods and not just do you all a regular um, in the garage type video. Like, we are actually going to test this system out. We're going to see how it works and go from there. So my first thought of it, um, as I'm hiking, I'm going downhill right now. So usually when you are hiking and you got a big pack on, it can be very difficult to keep your weight balanced. So if the bag itself is not like properly distributed, it can cause a lot of back problems, cause a lot of hip problems. What you're going to want to do is make sure that you have all this set up. So what I like about it, it comes with the GoPro mount. It allows you on this side to make additional mounts. I put in just a little claw knife. That way I don't have to dig in my backpack to get my big knife. So the overall balancing of it feels really good. There's a lot of weight in it. I have all of my camera equipment plus the charger itself, and I'm feeling most of the weight on my chest and not on my back. So it's pushing my shoulders to where they need to be, which is a very, very important thing when you are selecting a good backpack. As far as multi-day trips, it keeps things pretty tight back there. There's lots of ways of strapping things down. I believe I could probably get my hammock on here. I can get a tarp in here. I'm not too sure about my sleeping bag though. That's kind of my only issue that I'm seeing with it right now. But we'll see. So now that you all have seen the Handsfree 1 and 2 in the field, I'm going to break down the special features of this bag that really kind of separates it from the rest of the pack. Now, for those of you all that have been following my channel, I've talked about the Bluetti systems, their charging packs for a while. However, this is something totally unique. The straps themselves come pre-set up with the shoulder mount action camera. The other side has a strapping that's run through it. That way you can make your own kind of modifications. I keep a little Talon knife plugged in right there. The across the chest straps, even for like a bigger guy with wider shoulders like me, it's perfect. Then on your hips, they also come with two pouches, one right here and one right here. This will allow you to put, your camera batteries, maybe extra ammo, whatever else you're gonna need to have quick access to. They set it right there, which is awesome. Now let's get to the kind of meat and potatoes of this whole system. I have already made some modifications to it myself because that's what I do. When I get these products, like, I want to use them, I want to try them out, I want to make sure that they work well before I recommend them to you. Now, on the outside of the pack, it comes with the MOLLE webbing. Me being in the military, this kind of extra part of the MOLLE webbing, I don't like it. This allows you to quickly mount. I've got a flashlight mounted on mine. There's also a pouch directly behind it that will allow you to put something like microphone, extra lights. What else I got in here? Some batteries. So then below it, you have two separate straps here. Okay, that's going to secure this front part. That's one of the, in my opinion, on a lot of bags, that's one of the biggest downfalls, is because it's one strap system. So if you have to tighten these things up, you have to, or if you have to get into it, you have to undo everything just to access a certain pouch. Now the bottom one is right here. The bottom one is a zippered pouch, so it's not like it's just gonna fly right open. See, and then here it's got places where you could, I keep some trap wire just in case, some emergency shears, a bike tool, and looks like some extra 550 cord and a marker. So it's got two pen holders there as well. It all buttons up nice and tight. It gives you room that if you want to mount something extra, you can. I keep my compass right there just in case everything falls apart. And you gotta go old school for navigation. The top part as well is very roomy. You can keep an extra action camera in there. I keep my thermal camera in there, and that is just the front part of this system. Now what's really interesting is, yes, I do have a rope attached to the outside of my bag right now, but I do that for a reason. You know, a lot of the locations that I go to, the ground could collapse pretty easily, and you got to figure out a way to get out of that hole. But they put these extra hangers right here and right here. That way you can just attach a small rope or whatever you might need. So the main parts of this system, which here I really like, at the very top, it is set up in like a shelving type platform. So you can keep your gimbal, you can keep, I keep a dry bag in there, more 550 cord. So I keep my gimbal, my dry bag, more 550 cord, extra ammo, maybe a quick snack. You gotta have your fixed blade knife in there, more Nutri-Grain bars. Then this is my emergency infrared beaker. I always carry this with me. You can actually get these at a military supply store. I would highly recommend getting one. They just plug into a 9-volt battery. So if you were to get lost in the wilderness or something, the helicopters using night vision, these beacons will send a bright flashing light coming out of the wilderness to be able to see you really easily. So then lighter. Then up here, up top, you have, it's a shelving system. So down in here is where you can keep your Bluetti. So down in the back of the backpack is where you can keep your mobile charger. Now this system is really nice. The bag is set up so it has these little vents right here that allows you to run wires directly from the side of your charging system. So as you're walking, the charging system can be charging whatever equipment that you need. The only downfall that I kind of see with this, there should have been an easier access point through the center of the bag. But, you know, that's just kind of picking and choosing. Keep an extra microphone right there in the side for catching those EVPs. So now that you have seen where you keep the charging system, you know what? Let's move this stuff out of the way here. So the Bluetti charging system is very easy to use. It's a 300 watt. It comes with the USB-C quick charge, the USB charge, and then in the back you have your regular outlet to do, say, like your computer or something like that. So you can get multiple charges from this system. Now there's another part to this system that I do not currently have. There is a solar panel set up that mounts to the back of your backpack that will allow you to charge this system. It's extremely unique. It is an amazing setup. Unfortunately, Bluetti didn't have any in stock. They gave me their word. They will be sending the solar panel system at a later time. So you all are going to be seeing me actually utilize this bag in a lot of upcoming videos. I've had a lot of people ask me to do a breakdown of my carrying system, so I wanted to do that. Now, on the outside of the very top lock, at the very top of this system, it comes with a like a suitcase type locking device, so you can lock in your zippers. That way, if you're going to be traveling or something like that, and you have access to all of your, or you have all of your camera equipment, or you know, things that you don't necessarily want TSA or somebody to open, you can easily keep your stuff safe just by utilizing that system. That is going to give you direct access. Oh, and they also supply you with a waterproof bag to put over your entire system. So as you can see in here, I have all my equipment that I typically use when I go out to film. I have my UV flashlights, my bike mounts, I have my Geiger counter, I have my tri-field meter, I have my Aztec death whistle, I have in the very bottom a medical kit. Then in this side, different camera mounts. You would keep your, I was actually charging my other Spectrum camera using this system, so it's right here. It's been plugged in, so you can put in multiple action cameras. The holes are really deep, and they've got the Velcro set up in a typical camera bag, so you can kind of manipulate them and change them around and things like that. Now, what's really cool is you would think that would be the full bag, but it's not even close. So this bag even expands even more. So you have a whole another system here that is fairly deep, that collapses on itself pretty well. This would be an excellent place to store all of your overnight gear. This is also, I believe, where you would keep your solar panels that come with this system. So it's all zippered into pouches. You could keep all of your extra clothing if you're going to be camping as well, right here. And it's like one solid zipper system that literally tightens the bag all the way up, so your bag isn't pushed far away from you. Now, one of the other downfalls that I wasn't too keen of is there are no side mount straps because of this wraparound zipper that pulls everything nice and tight. Me personally, I would like to have two sets of extra clasps right here that will allow you to close the bag up. So then at the base of the bag, It does come with what I call sleeping bag or tent straps. You could probably put a small sleeping bag on this system. It would probably fold up pretty nice, or a sleeping pad would fit really nice in here. Or if you wanted to, you can add a hammock, whatever you want to do. What I do is down here, I keep, I put in my hammock. Then in this top pouch, I will keep a tarp and a thin, it's like a fleece blanket that I use, and that will get me up off the ground, get me under shelter. And then you have your system or your dry bag that covers the entire bag to ensure that no water is going to get in. Now the zipper system on this is phenomenal. It's extremely tight. As you can see, like right in here, this is actually a closed zipper. You know, in a lot of different systems, you see the exposed zipper, which really it allows moisture to get into your bag. It allows water to get in your bag, and it's just an overall not great function. So let's go over some details about this charging system. Now, when you first look at it, it looks like it's, so let's go over some details of the charging system. So when you first look at it, it looks relatively small. It does have pads for you to mount it sideways. It's got a nice handle right here for you to grab it. There is a total of, you have 2 USB-C ports, and then you have 2 regular USB ports here. Then you have your solar panel plug right here, so you can plug in that solar panel system. I'm really excited to get that. It's really going to make a huge difference in my setup that I use when I go on these hiking trips, these investigations. It will allow me to travel further without, you know, having to worry about